Today in these modern times, we have a very subtle type of slavery which is every day eating us, which is so self-destroying that we are not even aware of it and we get destroyed. This destruction is working in so many ways that if we do not really awaken ourselves to the truth, there is a possibility that nothing will be left out of this creation. There are people who give big lectures. I have met many big people from United Nations and from all these big agencies. They talk about the coming destruction, the future shock, and this is going to happen. There are big books they discuss. They sit on the streets, they'll discuss. They are in a pub, they are discussing. They are in a party, they are discussing. But they do not realize what it means. This destruction is a kind of a destruction that has never taken before. Because this destruction is going to come from within and not from without. We have reached a certain depth in our awareness, and if we do not touch the source of our sustenance, this destruction is going to work out. Now for many people it is, oh, forget it, we'll see about it. Some people are of this opinion, all right, forget it, what destruction, all right, doesn't matter. We'll see it tomorrow. And some of them I've seen are sitting down waiting. Oh God, thank God there's destruction, so this all is finished. We don't have to bother our heads. Thank God there is destruction promised. Whatever attitude one may take, one has to realize that these are very serious things. The creation has reached its maximum growth now. The growth is expressed as human beings. These human beings are the actors on the stage. Whole nature is working out this new happening. Now only one thing has to happen to you is that you have to get connected with the divine. You have to get connected with the whole. You have to know your own meaning and you have to know your purpose. If this can happen to you, then you are in the other world. You are made for this. You are made a human being with a purpose. We must think, all the scientists must ask once at least this question, why? Why are we made human beings? From animal stage, why have we come to this stage? What is the reason? This question is working in the unconscious of every seeker today. That's how we have so many seekers all over the world. And these seekers are just trying to find out why are we here. Some of them find an answer sometimes in some material well-being. Say our strikes nowadays, railways. Well, it's very narrow view of the whole thing. Very narrow view. You want to have more pay, all right, have it. Then what? Those who talk of communism, I've been to Moscow, I'm again going back. Well, I mean, if you ask them, they said, oh, we haven't got joy as yet. I'm not against communism or against democracy. Both things are just jokes to me. You are neither communistic nor democratic. Only after realization you can become both simultaneously. Because you have no powers to be capitalistic or democratic, you have no power to vote. You don't know anything about yourself. What are you voting for? You can't see. Unless and until there is light, unless and until we can see, how are we going to vote for? For example, we vote a person for what? Oh, he's a very nice man, alright. What is nice about him? How do you know he's a nice man? How do you know he will not be a bad man? Can you say that today the one who looks like a nice, very nice person will not emit scorpions or snakes all around him? A person who apparently looks a beautiful personality may turn out to be a horrid person. There is no absolute way of judging anyone, so how are we to vote any? If you think that you know how to judge, then I think you have to still learn. Because till you make lots of mistakes, you will not admit that I don't know. That's the point. Once you reach that state of saying, I don't know, I say this is a nice man, but I can't say, I'm not sure about this person. That's the point where you reach, when you are unsure about it, that you want to know surely if something is really truthful and honest. Our sense of honesty and everything is so superficial. It's so superficial. For us, honesty means if you give me 5 pounds, I return 5 pounds to his done, finished, it's honest. Everything is so superficial. That's why we can never be satisfied even if you get 10% more pay or 20% more pay. You are not going to be happy. Take it from me. Material things do not give us happiness. Never. But I do not say that we do not need material things. We need material things. But matter is something like a cup which has the nectar in it. If you are thirsty, you cannot take it from an empty cup. Anything. It may be a cup of gold. What does it make difference to you? You must have something to quench your thirst. And that thirst, unless and until it is quenched, you are not going to be happy. And what is that thirst? Is this, that still you have not known yourself. It's a very unconscious thirst. It comes, you don't know what you are seeing. You don't know why you are unhappy. You don't know what you want. That is the unconscious which is working it out. But the time has come that you should know what you are and what is your glory, what is your greatness, what are your powers. They are all built within yourself. All these days when you grew up, in your evolutionary process, all these things were built within you as shown here. They are all there. Actually, I am just a catalyst, you can say. Just a candle which is enlightened. And this candle, when touches another candle which is ready, that gets enlightened. I mean, you may give it a big scientific name, this, that, a charged personality, this, that, I don't understand. It's very simple for me. You are all ready for it. I just touch you and you get enlightened and you get the light, and when you touch someone, that person also gets enlightened. Now you may say, Mother, how can that be so simple? I mean, so many people say that, Mother, you're too simple. How can that be? I just don't understand what should I have, 2 horns or something to make it complicated. Everything that is living is the simplest thing. That's the sign of living. Have you seen the flower? How simple it is to grow a flower. It just works. You just get some seeds, sow them, and you get the plants. How simple it is. Do we ever think how it works out? Looks very complicated if you start thinking about it. You will go mad if you start analyzing it. But it's so simple. In the same way, this happening is also a very, very simple thing. It is called Sahaja. Sahaja has 2 meanings. Sahaj means simple. Also it means the thing that is born with you. Sahaj is a simple thing because it is born with I mean, your nose is born with you. Alright, it's a simple thing. You don't have to do anything, press it or anyway, do anything to eat, to breathe. It's there. In the same way, this built-in process is within you. It's just there. To me, it is absolutely simple. And to you also, it will be simple as soon as you get it. So this argument about it being so simple, I just can't understand myself. Why should there be an argument? Supposing you can eat this way, why should you ask that how can it be so simple to eat this way? It's so simple because it is so vital. It is so important. All vital things are simple and easily available, like your own breathing. For that, if you have to do something special, then this breathing is not possible. How many people are going to survive? Now this simple thing, this simple method is the method of the all-pervading divine power, the Holy Ghost. This all-pervading divine power is the Shakti, the primordial power that works it out. Do we realize how this Shakti works otherwise? Are we ever watching a flower becoming a fruit? Who does that? Not one flower, but you must have seen millions and millions and billions of these flowers are turning into fruits. And who does that? We never think. We take it for granted. All living things are done by this divine power. Human beings cannot do anything that is living. What they can do is everything that is dead or deadening, like strikes is a deadening thing. What we can do is to make something, a table, a chair. If the tree is dead, we are doing nothing but dead work. And this deadening thing dominates us because we form habits. We form habits. With these habits, this matter sits on our head. And the spirit, which is the vibrant thing, which is the source, which is the controlling thing, becomes dormant. This dormant force, if somehow becomes enlightened, and our attention becomes enlightened, we become a different person. We become a yogi. We become a person who is united with God. For that, you don't have to wear funny dresses. It makes no difference what sort of dress you wear. It makes no difference how you comb your hair or what sort of food you eat. It's something so within. It has nothing to do with these outward things. All our ideas about even charities and about being kind to others and all these things are very superficial. When you become that, when you become compassion, when you become love, then you don't have to tell yourself at all. You don't have to argue with it. You just become. It just flows. The compassion flows. It acts. You don't have to argue it out. You don't have to tell yourself, I should be compassionate, I should be kind. You just become. I went to Italy and there were 3-4 people who got interested in Sahaja Yogis. But they said, we don't want to join Sahaja Yoga. I said, why? Because these people don't smoke. I said, I never told them not to smoke. Never asked them, did I? I never said don't smoke. I just asked them, do you smoke? Do you smoke, or you have given up smoking, or your mother has forced you not to smoke? They said nothing of the kind. We used to smoke packets of cigarettes. We used to drink. We were drug addicts. But something happened to us. We just gave up. We don't know how. So simple. Mother never told us. We just became like. What is there to tell? I mean, once you have found it, once you have seen the light, you are not bothered. Supposing you see a rope here, you might be frightened. You might think it's a snake.